Have you ever laid in bed for hours, staring at the ceiling, feeling every ache in your joints while your mind just won't stop racing? Or maybe you wake up feeling like you haven't slept at all, even though you were technically in bed for 8 hours. It is frustrating, isn't it? You might feel like your body is betraying you, and that deep, restorative sleep is just a memory from your younger years. But what if I told you that the secret to waking up refreshed and ready to tackle the day isn't a new pill or a complicated routine, but rather something as simple as a gentle, weighted hug for your eyes? Today, we are going to talk about a game changer for senior health that many people completely overlook. It is easy to think that poor sleep is just a natural part of getting older, like gray hair or needing reading glasses. We are often told that as we age, we just don't need as much sleep, or that our bodies are simply wired to wake up at 3 in the morning. But that is actually a bit of a myth. While our sleep patterns do change, our need for quality, deep sleep remains vital for our heart, our brain, and our immune system. The real problem might not be your age at all. It might be a hidden culprit in your environment, something called sensory overload and light pollution that prevents your brain from entering those deep, healing stages of rest. In this video, we are going to uncover the 4 incredible benefits of using a weighted sleep mask specifically designed for seniors. By the end of our time together, you will understand exactly how this one small tool can help you quiet a restless mind, soothe physical tension, and finally reclaim the deep sleep you deserve. Before we jump into these life-changing benefits, I want to take a quick second to welcome you. If you care about staying healthy, mobile, and independent as you grow older, consider subscribing to our channel and turning on those notifications. We share the kind of practical senior health tips that doctors often don't have time to cover in a quick office visit. And I would love to get to know you a little better. Are you watching us today from the US, the UK, Canada, or somewhere else in the world? Drop a comment below and let me know where you are tuning in from. I am always so curious to see how far our community of health-conscious seniors reaches. It truly warms my heart to see us all coming together to support one another. Now let's talk about the first major benefit, which involves something called deep pressure stimulation. You might be wondering what on earth that means. Think about the feeling of a warm, heavy quilt being tucked around you on a cold winter night, or the feeling of a loved one giving you a long, firm hug when you are feeling stressed. That sensation of gentle weight actually triggers a chemical reaction in your brain. For us as seniors, our nervous systems can often get stuck in a state of high alert. Whether it is worrying about family, managing health appointments, or dealing with chronic pain, our bodies are frequently bathed in cortisol, which is the stress hormone. When you place a weighted sleep mask over your eyes and brow, it applies a very specific, gentle pressure that signals your nervous system to switch from fight or flight mode into rest and digest mode. This is backed by fascinating science. Research has shown that this kind of light pressure stimulates the vagus nerve, which is a massive nerve that runs from your brain all the way down through your chest and abdomen. When the vagus nerve is activated, your heart rate naturally slows down and your blood pressure begins to stabilize. It is like a physical off switch for anxiety. I remember talking to a gentleman named Robert who is in his mid-70s. He told me that his mind used to race the second his head hit the pillow, thinking about everything he had to do the next day. He started using a weighted mask, and he described it as a gentle hand calming his thoughts. He said it felt like someone was telling his brain that it was okay to let go. You don't have to live with that buzzing energy in your head every night. It is not too late to retrain your body to relax. Trying a weighted mask is a simple way to use a smarter strategy for your health rather than just trying to tough it out. Moving on to our second benefit, let's talk about the power of total darkness and your body's internal pharmacy. As we get older, the lens of our eye changes and becomes more sensitive to light leaks. Even a tiny bit of light from a digital clock, a street lamp outside, or the glow from under a door can seep through your eyelids and tell your brain that it is daytime. When your brain sees light, it stops producing melatonin. Melatonin is often called the sleep hormone, but for seniors, it is so much more than that. It is a powerful antioxidant that helps repair cells and fight inflammation. If you aren't getting enough darkness, you aren't getting enough melatonin, and your body misses out on its nightly repair session. A weighted sleep mask is different from a regular thin fabric mask because the weight helps it mold to the unique contours of your face. It creates a perfect seal, ensuring that you are in a state of absolute 100% darkness. This tells your pineal gland to go into overtime producing that precious melatonin. Imagine your body is like a high-performance car. During the day, you are out driving and using up fuel. At night, you need to go into the garage for maintenance. Light is like keeping the engine running while the mechanic is trying to work. By using a weighted mask to ensure total darkness, you are finally turning the engine off so the real healing can begin. A study published in the Journal of Sleep Research found that participants who used sleep masks had higher levels of melatonin and spent more time in REM sleep, which is crucial for memory. You might find that after just a few nights of this deep darkness, those morning aches feel a little less sharp and your mind feels a little clearer. I hope you are finding these insights helpful so far. If you are, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps us reach other seniors who might be struggling with their sleep and looking for a natural way to feel better. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is a great time to join us. We have so much more to share about how you can thrive in your golden years. Now, let's dive into the third benefit, which is something many seniors deal with but don't always connect to their sleep gear, and that is physical tension and sinus relief. Many of us carry a lot of stress in our foreheads, around our temples, and even in our jaw. If you suffer from tension headaches or that nagging pressure in your sinuses, a weighted sleep mask can be a godsend. These masks are often filled with tiny glass beads or dried lavender, which provides a cool, soothing sensation. The weight helps to physically relax the tiny muscles around your eyes that spend all day squinting at screens or sunlight. Think of it like a mini massage that lasts all night. For those of us dealing with arthritis or general inflammation, this gentle pressure can actually help reduce puffiness around the eyes by encouraging lymphatic drainage. It is a bit like smoothing out a crumpled piece of paper. When those facial muscles relax, it sends a signal to the rest of your body that it is safe to let go of tension in the neck and shoulders too. I have heard from so many people who say that they used to wake up with a stiff neck or a heavy head, but once they started using the mask, that morning, tightness started to fade away. It is about working with your body's natural rhythms. Growing older doesn't mean you have to accept being in pain every morning. It means finding these clever, non-invasive ways to support your physical well-being. Finally, we come to perhaps the most important benefit of all, which is the protection of your brain health. This is the one that really gets people's attention, and for good reason. Scientists have recently discovered something called the glymphatic system. Think of it as the brain's waste management system. While you are in deep sleep, your brain cells actually shrink slightly to allow cerebrospinal fluid to wash through and clear out toxins and proteins that build up during the day. These are the same proteins, like beta amyloid, that are linked to Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. The catch is that this cleaning system only works effectively when you are in the deepest stages of sleep. Because a weighted sleep mask helps you fall asleep faster and stay in those deep stages longer, you are essentially giving your brain a better cleaning every single night. It is like upgrading from a manual broom to a high-powered vacuum. Researchers at places like Harvard have been looking closely at the link between deep sleep and cognitive longevity. They have found that consistently getting into those deep, restorative stages can significantly improve your memory and your ability to learn new things, no matter how old you are. By investing in a simple tool like a weighted mask, you aren't just buying a sleep aid, you are investing in your long-term independence and mental sharpness. You are telling yourself that your brain health matters and that you are willing to take charge of your future. Imagine being able to stay sharp for your grandkids, to keep up with your hobbies, and to stay active in your community for years to come. That is the power of deep sleep. So, let's take a quick look back at what we have covered. To recap, a weighted sleep mask offers 4 major benefits for us as we age. First, it uses deep pressure stimulation to calm our nervous system and lower stress. Second, it ensures the total darkness necessary for our bodies to produce the melatonin we need for cellular repair. Third, it physically relaxes the muscles in our face and temples, reducing tension and puffiness. And fourth, it helps us reach the deep sleep levels required for our brain to clear out toxins and stay sharp. It is such a simple shift, but the cumulative effects can be truly life-changing. I want to remind you that you have so much more control over your health than you might think. It can be easy to feel discouraged when things start to ache or when sleep becomes elusive, but please remember that your body is incredibly resilient. It is always trying to heal itself and find balance. All we have to do is give it the right environment and the right tools. Making a small change, like adding a weighted mask to your nightly routine, is a way of honoring your body and your health. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Just focus on one small, better choice at a time. Maybe tonight you try the mask, or maybe you just focus on making your bedroom a little darker. Every little bit counts. I know that getting older can feel like a series of losses sometimes. Losses in mobility, losses in energy, or even a loss of that deep, easy sleep we had as children. But I want you to hear me when I say that you are not alone in this journey. We are all navigating these changes together. Growing older is a privilege, and it is an opportunity to use the wisdom we have gained to take better care of ourselves. Every night you spend in deep, restorative sleep is a night where your body is getting stronger and your mind is getting clearer. You are worth that effort. Your health, your independence, and your happiness are worth fighting for. Now, I would really love to hear from you. Which of these benefits surprised you the most? Have you ever tried a weighted mask before? Or do you have another secret for getting a good night's sleep? Please share your thoughts and your stories in the comments below. I make it a point to read every single one because I learned so much from your experiences, and I know our other viewers do too. Your journey might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today to feel inspired. If this video brought you some value or gave you a new perspective on your sleep, please hit that like button. It truly means a lot to us, and it helps the YouTube algorithm show this information to more seniors who might be struggling. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe and join our community. We are dedicated to bringing you science-backed, empathetic advice to help you live your very best life. We have a lot more coming up on heart health, joint mobility, and nutrition, and I don't want you to miss any of it. If you are still with me and you are determined to take charge of your sleep and stay strong, type a 1 in the comments. It is a simple way to make a commitment to yourself and to show this community that you are ready to make a positive change. And if you have questions, or even if you disagree with something I said, type a 0 and let's start a conversation. Your voice and your perspective are so important here. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Keep taking those small, smart steps for your health. They really do add up to giant strides in your freedom and your quality of life. Stay hopeful, stay curious, and most importantly, stay well. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, I wish you a very peaceful and restorative night's sleep.